Hello friends, yours in video bookish treasures. Welcome back to today's activity, to enrich the wonderful book above. The name of this bank is Duel Today, which has been written by response in this book, and we'll learn why we put things, and how can we overcome this in test. How to improve your productivity without knowing. Increase and get more benefits in your life. How to get things so you can do it and science on. Can do, only in this we will learn that. No matter how the light connection is passed. What are the dynamics of unproductive people? How to increase your focus, what things should you do? Regards, Active Makes and U100 Books. How to read this book to understand. We have divided it into 9 parts. 1. Think. I myself have seen such a thing after a long time. Book read, in which activities related. All things have been told, and I am sure that if anyone understands this book well, so he can increase his productivity many-fold. This is probably why this video is less. Couldn't shorten the whole video, made it a little longer. But this depression is guaranteed when I will finish it. I am not busy for a minute. You will feel like watching this video, so enter. It is important to follow along if you are on our channel. If you are here for the first time, then watch the immunity video. If you like and subscribe the channel also. Let's start again. When the opportunity is not the focus. If you could, what would you do? Use it to finish tasks. That you always get this notification with a joke. Get started if so, then you and the offers are exactly the same, because at work, the hardest thing is to focus on one thing. There is always something that interests you. Like one person, one call, one meeting, or any news. Yes, you can blend those things. But it's not right, is something that can be taken to you without your permission. Can't disturb means everyone. Times when you are not focused, you and let each other know something in your mind are giving permission in this manner, and if you look at the interruption, you can see the focus. What can we do to improve? There are 2 things that avatars always do when they feel they need to do important things, but can't focus. Delete, delete, delete. Delete the things we accumulate every day. Not about things that I buy into. Rather, it is ID. We are all about it. Pours ahead of the day with lots of ideas. Consists of which we do some code. And let's make our own. For example, a lot of people said no to YouTube. You should make videos and share them with your friends. Take the device to your team member that how to describe your life, career, and business. We all can improve this thing. Do it and it's no big deal. This becomes a problem only when you do not filter incoming input. When people told the hands that if you want to make YouTube videos, then he thought in my mind that I should make videos. They should start working on it. Uploaded more videos, and this point is positive. But there was only one problem on YouTube. Making videos takes a lot of time and used to be stressed, and because of this he stopped writing and can't focus on making points. And this was the only thing they wanted to keep. Because of this, his focus and his work, both of them traveled, and then they themselves asked the question, which thing should I remove? So that my like becomes simple and focus. It should be easy to do. In this case, he stopped focusing on YouTube. Which type of eliminations is easy and which one? Used in many aspects of life. We do so much in so many years. Let's collect these things so that the mind is filled with ideas from this project. And it is necessary to remove this consistency. If you have trouble focusing, then try this trick to change your life. Make it so simple or live a lot. Let's do the second thing that becomes easy, and that is thinking about past success. Success and happiness, think about it. Our sellouts are their production. Prevent chemical nerve which enhances. Our cells produce serotonin, reduces depression and stabilizes mood. Are there to control the clip and inside. Helps regulate. Serotonin is very big in our channel too. Delete verification fixes the role. Also regulates roasting. Matters to our focus when there is less activity due to service interruption. So because of that, focus on long term. Maybe when you are your focus, there is a big moon that you can bread it. Nativity is low, so you can enjoy the temperatures outside. Go drink, watch porn, go shopping. Are you interested in watching this TV? To improve the office, defeat your enemies. Use soil from the resort. Turns out that exercise can also help. But also another simple mind exercise can work with you and she. Remembering the positive emotions nearby. When serotonin goes up, so focus goes up. And this is ultimately the thing that you need according to science. How to overcome procrastination. Procrastination of modern civilization. Historical figure from the beginning like Leonardo da Vinci type development. Ho Benjamin. People like Franklin have said that photosynthesis is the enemy of the result. The thing about publishing is that it gives us all. Know who he is. We fool who is Prakash Vet. Nobody wants to light the ninth. Life was the story of every semester. In the beginning he used to be the coolest. Enjoy. Used to relax, used to go out partying. Used to go but a week before the exam You used to call yourself brother, you studied first. Why didn't he start? And then he wondered that at the beginning of the semester he did not study. Were rather partying and waiting. And this very thing shows up when if you don't protest, then you will get short. Maybe printed in term but long term. You will travel in one thing's all light. What is common in leaders is that procrastination has a price. American. Among a study in the Psychological Society, the gap and cost of publication were written on it, which is depression, irrational beliefs, low self-esteem, anger, and stress release. It is not the number but the side. Self-regulation, resources, publication. Alcohol and drugs are available at less than average prices. The only regulation is self-control and will. Power is the things that need investment. If we do, then willpower is the side discipline. It would be better to work rather than depend on. Create a system to do lots of things. People don't like routine and system because they want paydom, but is the enemy of freedom, so that if you want to get things done, then you have to. Russia will need some things here, which have been proven effective. Self-imposed lines, accountability system. Work on interviews for 30 minutes every day. Exercise, a healthy diet. Limiting distractions, and most important, internal motivation. If you get the right productivity. If you mind less about taxes, then you will get this. Delhi emergency will get practice system. Create accountability and creates responsibility in interview. Working improves your focus. Exercise and healthy diet will give you more. Will provide energy and remove distraction. Will remove temptation, but no one. The system can't help you unless you are not internally motivated, some people call it. And complicated, but this is science. It's not rocket science, it's unproductive. Belong to people who don't want to be copied. Unproductive people have something to prove. If you have some of these beads inside you. So don't worry, we all sometimes become unproductive, but if there is more than 4 inside, then it's time to change. Is it too much to worry about what will happen at home? What if my job is entered in? What if I get cancer? What would happen if we became tempered glass? We bury our heads like earth that we can't even see how much salary for. Thinking is just about me and me. I am all these examples for it is from life itself that what would happen was the game king. But here's one thing you can't doubt. Those who are going to die should rise above their worries. Stop taking things and do something useful. Check things. What were you doing? I just checked Facebook. Was checking. This is not a useful thing. This may be news, but it is not a relation. When you started it without any hesitation. When he checked the charts of thought, checking Gautam, what is the answer? Anything. No, just confirm the information. And wanted to lower my settings, so he used all news and social media apps. I deleted it from my phone and checked it out. Habit is like you don't completely remove. Can only do 1 or 2 checks. Stick to things you like. Forget everything else and miss something. Not running away from likes 2 years ago. Whenever you were fed up with a better life. So he used to talk like this to me, game. Should I go on vacation? And when he did this in his relationship at work. If there was a lot of problem, then it would be solved in this way. Pretended to be a giver or not. They solved these issues. The answer is No, they try to run away from there. Running away from problems makes you of a city. A little bit to face like, can give seminars, but we know that there should be no problem as long as you don't grab their roots and throw them away. Or yes, said most people are not afraid of the police. Maybe you don't want to show people. This is probably my most comfortable one really. Doesn't matter, does matter. If you always get yes, then you will be someone else's. Live life, think about it. Deep down we know it's true. If you keep being you, you will also save your time. If you are not controlling if you want to take complete control of your life, don't forget a million things and many more. We call mental things old things. Don't write to that you are so smart that I don't remember everything. Feel like writing the name your thoughts is and Tesco is a stupid idea because if you treat memory you will be which more brain power when if you take things you will increase your brain power, can be used for things that it is very important to solve the problem. Do this will allow you to focus on those things, which is useful for you and your life. Helps if you click. So what happened between this and my education the day before yesterday? Who can ignore a thing and stops forever and ever? Used to think that when I graduate from college, learning ends, but later, they found out the truth when you stop learning. If you do, life stops. Desi people will invest in themselves in new things. Try some books and watch videos. Even if you do it from home, go somewhere else, but do it. By doing this you and Radha will become, and will also be likely excited by the rule. Most people hate rules. Starts when we are little. Why do I have to do that? But when we grow up we don't follow the rules. Arthur believed that Rolls was strong and his rooms actually call you crazy on this matter. When productivity is a waste of life. When it comes to having rules first, if you want to live without Russia, it's your choice. But the left is not really the rules. Help us solve problems. If you have cash, focus your efforts properly. Message tension, not your time, you are the one. How many minutes a day without disturbance? This work can be done in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Maybe 50 minutes if you feel like it's short. So just examine your life. Most of us do this in no more than 10 minutes. We can't remain disturbed for so long. Are you connected to yourself and your work? Finding time to focus is impossible. Goes to some of us every day. Most of the notifications come from people's day in responding to notifications. Distraction principle comes out. This is not the first world problem of the century. Distraction is a part of life. Your smartphone, YouTube, Instagram, this cream has nothing to do with tender. It's our nature that we like to stay busy. Soft, which encounters Western philosophy, is one of the things he taught us 24 years ago. Had warned the business about this. Is not a thing because business and distractions go hand in hand. Distraction is everywhere, so you will have to be better in handling the tension, right? In managing your time, because the biggest mistake we make. We accidentally delete our time. Can manage, but manage time. Things you can't control. Let's take care of that and remember that. Focus on the quality of your life. Does new focus mean reducing your tension? But no control, and no control means frustration and training. We all know. How far can you take us? Start managing attention. Along with this, you can save your time and your tension. To manage my time book. You can also wear it, in which you will learn more about how to focus on the things that matter to you. You also care about the most. Download thousands of courses, reports, and can also wear that nectar. You don't need to sit here for this. Eating while traveling. You can listen to it while eating now. Annual 50% discount is available with membership. Meaning, instead of 399 rupees, it is only for 10 minutes. So use quick fire settings open. Do it because it only shows the latest news. Only its link and description can be found. Have been put in take leave or of. Increases productivity and reduces stress. Reduces when your phone's battery is low. When you go, you recharge your phone. But sometimes you are under the most pressure. Position means recharging your body. Forget to wake up in the morning and go into this world. Life is hard enough, so let's take a vacation. Why make it more difficult by writing the name? Let's make landing, don't talk about vacation. Where do you go to recharge? Work, rather he talks about the association, which are due to specific region, has been taken and that is the region your battery. Recharging so you can work harder. Questions can be shown by scientific research. Taking a vacation reduces stress and is a good region of but as you know that there is a lot of activity on occasion. If everyone is interested then that and Kishan's case. I ask myself, can I go back? I will be able to do things by coming here and the answer to this. It means a world of 3 to 4 days. You can overcome stress burnout by writing. We'll find and after coming back with him and will you be able to get more copies or will your money be wasted? Browsing without talking is a student of time. We all have days like this, in which we feel in our mind that we have. When you don't have the energy to do anything, guess why you haven't read then? Chances are that instruction and multi-tasking makes you drink when you do multiple things at once like send email, talk to friends and Facebook. To set, you will think about contact. Research at University of California was conducted and it was revealed that an interview, average after and coming back to result, purchases take minutes because if there is interest more often than it is very. The effect comes quickly and you feel you haven't done anything all day. Clifford. This one from Stanford University. He is a sociologist and multitasking. Researched on the import of and they knew. Let us tell you that people who are multitasking we are multitasking with 11C. I will take this because we are distracted by notifications that we are addicted and we can't control ourselves. We can do this whenever we receive a notification. Ask yourself, do I need to do this? Give your attention to a thing or person. Every time a notification appears on our screen, pops, then we get a loan which releases payment, which gives us controls the present system of the brain. And it brings us back because it is relative and we try to do those things. Looks like a documents tablet. Thinking about drugs and notifications. This is the versus R from which dopamine gets guys I crush. But he also gives you a job. Therefore, despite not having practice, tired at the end, let's do this. This is a dangerous process and we need to stop this pattern. The simple meaning of being productive has to be stopped. Control of your day is yours. The thing that matters most to productivity. Browsing harms her whole. Kills when browse. Some people don't know the time. Would I have heard you saying that for 2 hours? Didn't do anything, so the opportunity was filled with tension and asked to take control of time. The point is to do something that's your time's fast is about our time. Thinking and doing it in a way that the quality of your life improves. CA which you more than ever will make it effective if you have the right. If you don't have mindset, then activity is truth. Don't work because productivity. Productivity is a way of life. Means doing work to the maximum and food thing. Complete and do not miss time here and now let's directly share what he said last. In 3 years that he lost a lot. Become effective and always cut through change. All the things in life have a cross somewhere. And there are things that matter. Chipset small talk yellow it all. Business is if you want to get things done. If you are, then enter the track reaction with all your might. We'll record thoughts and Adidas. We have random access from the computer. Memory means RAM, your RAM is relevant. Supports tow information but your RAM capacity limit is when it gets filled. So that's not the place for information. Complete information to create automatic. Makes you delete your thoughts. You should write so that you can tell your RAM. You can unlock more greens with this. You will get power if you follow the written thoughts. Write them if you're never going to see them, because this will help you a lot, right? Forget Arun sorry when it comes to work. Things are called names according to their goals, and values are not supported because we live in the comment box where some are in much larger amounts than everything else. There are breaks of 15 minutes in 45 minutes. You can straighten your hair in, can walk a little and drink water. But most importantly, you should do your work. Can divert attention from whatever disturbs you. Does eliminate him will power he. Related if something disturbs you. If she does, laminate it and send it to a friend. New study in both hands. That you stop watching TV, your news. Delete and used to on your laptop. Block it after 2 weeks. Said that now she is presenting anew. Don't think you're a Pisces due to distraction. Remove them to put away the letter 1. Later life means later mind, and you can't get things done with a plate mind. Now you can do it in a simple environment. 1 test, 1 laptop to work. And a notebook, keep it simple you more. No need to show off, focus on one thing. Do repair tests if you have them. Do as many things as possible in one day. And take every 2 to 3 boxes a day. And for the rest of the week, he spends the rest of the week in his other work from parts and projects. During his writing days, he switched off his phone. Do it and just write a lot. You should consume more information. Not 100 videos on productivity. Let's see if you get this information. Try it, don't search too much. More is not always better. Create a routine, which throws your mind, and that. Limit things whose activity means patient with more brainpower routine. Don't multitask like before. It has been discussed that through interaction and increase in return to result purchase. Takes minutes to use this used oil. Have set email twice a day every time you check in on your family, you get document crush email check. Doing makes us happy, and most of us, as guys whose dicks I crush, makes but the speed it does your. That's why you feel tight at the end of the day. Do it no matter what you do all day. Have you not practiced to reduce this? Turn off notifications and change your email. Do only 2 external checks at the set time. No smartphone in the first hour of the day. The primary function of a smartphone is to interested, but others are using Ola app. Your interest in the first hour of the day. Don't let the first hour be about your heart. I'm thinking of reading a book and doing tobacco day. Use for next day job every night. Before sitting down and thinking about your next day. Takes 5 minutes to set property. When the next day comes, he is with. Office feel they feel that if he doesn't do this work, then he will waste his time. Keep your thinking to a minimum. When people say I am thinking about them, thinking means worrying more. Don't think, just do it and see what happens. If you like what's happening, so continue, otherwise don't do exercise. Do some things most in life. Food, water, and shelter are essential. Relationship and exercise. Without these things, you will not be able to perform the property's function. Scientific research shows that regular exercise makes you happy, smart, and scientific. Can make you laugh a little by laughing. Stress is reduced, and if you want to keep the activity up, then you should. If you don't want a stage, use it as much as you can. Keep questions up, meaning keep laughing. This is for those people who should not go to that meeting. Hard to work for that company. Some companies have a meeting culture. People meeting to see very important. And let's mash and reveal the real work. Don't do it. Is it really necessary? Ask yourself these questions as often as possible. You will find that most of the time your answers are no. So why should they keep things that are not necessary? Have to do, even if your situation is day. Just press and someone will be angry with you. Is gone, or something bad has happened to you. Not much about what happens with. Think alone, meditate some poems. Listen to music or track given opportunity. Try to come on and make your day 20. No, let it happen. We will work. Yes, about work. Talking is easier than doing, everyone. But don't like y'all. If you are activity 20 on 1, then 1. We'll talk like productivity middle. If you want to become more than Y. Research shows you need a break. Need and activity on the griddle. Dozens of people are lying around, and time management. There are countless articles on it, and to boost activity on. Idea has tested different messages. It's simple to do more work in the same time. Is that soft? Not looking for this X. They like to work, but one. The thing I don't like is these. Wasting time on things that are not useful. Sometimes that YouTube starts appearing. Do and just gone 2 hours, and then he become first from YouTube, but this SaaS is not made, it is exactly like that. You had a drink last night and you're on it today. The problem is getting angry, not the trick. Would you rather have a drink? You could have kept it after watching a video. YouTube could have been shut down and, like this question, found a way to limit so that work is fun and less work. I worry every 30 minutes. The solution is simple. Take a 5-minute break after Pomodoro. Technique is also called this message work because this relation is on Babuji. Our love is more dependent on one thing. Can't focus for time. Brain to ensure our server. It is made so that it always stays in the flat. So focus on something for a long time. University is hard on your brain. Of Illinois decides that the work. Deactivate and activate. This is how we do it. When you are completing big tasks, I am like studying for an exam, making presentations or writing reports. Taking short and plant breaks is the best method. When you see this velvet, get a few seconds to do. Sometimes you may find that to increase the quality of your work, you will have to juice it. On the other hand, if you are working without taking a break, then you will show the photo quickly and do the work. Therefore, we will not be able to maintain the quality. 5 minutes break is equal to 30 minutes of work. Your breasts are important. We'll take them seriously as a report. See, use your tree for a little walk. To do something special for or do something like that. Who relaxes you, who does his work. Be happy for that if you try at it. Here are some things you want to do, which can help you in 30 minutes. Use those 10 minutes to celebrate chaff. Have only one fight during the interval. Don't skip bed while taking a break. Smooth out the email after 4 interviews. There is a break of 15 minutes after you finish 30 minutes. If I am in the stretch, then there is emergency from Paul. Don't accept your interactions as every day. Set Delhi for 100 books in a year. How to read. We have come to the introduction of Amitabh, which tells that in 1 year Shahrukh. How did people read it with all the success? Do if you are a great person. If you read the biography, you will know that those people also read books, so read more. Opportunity to share 5 garlic cloves. Would rather bike if you are more. If you want to study, then you have to bear more burden. Have to buy. Some people don't understand this. He did not spend 5,000 Indian rupees on buying shoes. Will give but not 20 rupees from Amazon. Will buy if the idea is simple in your house. If there is more booking, then you will have the choice. And it will help you. This is because whoever falls there will advance. I don't plan on finishing my book. Do you look at the inventory and let's decide what to read next? Don't think too much about which book you should read. You should because you spend hours reading reviews. We'll sit down, which will be the time for books. Holding inventory tests momentum. You never have anything worth reading. Always keep reading and vote less. Live by those who always keep reading and we study for minimum 1 hour every day and they do not cause cancer. Develop your skills even more on holidays and try during your live session. Make a plan like a very tired. Are you very busy? Meaning of always reading. You can read in the train, read while eating. Can study in the doctor's office. And the most important thing was when others. Are you using your time by watching news or? But I am checking this book every now and then. If you do this, then you will earn more than 100 rupees in a year. We'll be able to read more books. Let's play today's match. Most people see 50% in an hour. Grow if you work 10 hours a week. If you read, you will read 26,000 pages in a year. We'll take if growth in a bowl is suffering. So you will read 104 books in a year even if you take a break of 2 weeks. You at least got Shahrukh in 1 year. Will it be good on your time mix? Returns are only for prevention. A book is not for everyone. A bracelet can be, but it may not be right for you. If you can't click this, always think about how many pages, and if you want to read, then keep that book because I am not alone, lying there with you. Have profession and are related to it. Snatch people's boxes and has chains. Multiple votes cast simultaneously, no interest in reading. If not, then you can do whatever you want. sometimes reading 5 books at once. He was 50 in the morning of Big Boss, and in the afternoon someone else falls in this. If you like to read method, like reading which is complicated, so you would like to read something that is, to take it easy and before going to sleep, like to read biographies because that story is like that, it remains in the bag. No meetings are being booked, because if he gives then till the same time, will remain awake because their mind is not, will be full of things to return knowledge. Knowledge is good only when you use it. To retain knowledge you need a system is needed that can do this when, if you are reading Big Boss then margin. Use a pen to make notes on, and highlight the necessary tabs if, while reading you discover something that, if it is very important then the top and bottom of the page. Finish folding the corners. So those flowers were made which fell again. Copy the code that you want in your life. If you want to apply then friends read this book. We learned why we put things in, and how can we overcome this in test. How to improve your productivity without knowing. I have increased and achieved more in my life. How to find things so you enjoy them more. We also learned that Prakash Singh could do this. What about illiterate people? How to increase your focus, which are the speeds. Things make you more stressed and you. How to read 100 books in a year. So now is the time to include nations in your life. Entry to the heights of modernity and success. Quartering each other to touch and you can read in detail with this. Download and get more discount. You can use add code link given in the description if you not subscribed to our channel yet. If you have then subscribe to this video channel. Also like and comment on the video. Our motivation fills you consistently. You can also follow us on this gram, where we do separate booking and share it in Delhi. Do if you think this video. If other people can like the palace then. Share it with everyone and see you soon. Thank you so much with even better video. Do it. Has happened.